There are three types of unemployment that we want to understand. So the first is going to be what we consider frictional unemployment. That's just normal job turnover. So let's say you're just starting to look for a job. This will be the first time you've ever been in the labor market. You're considered a new entrant. So you would be frictionally unemployed. Let's say you were working at a grocery store and you didn't like it. You didn't like the atmosphere. You didn't like what you were doing. So you quit your job and just start looking for another one. That's frictional unemployment. So these types of unemployment are always going to exist. There's always going to be new entrants. There's always going to be people that just didn't like their job, didn't like their boss, didn't like whatever. So these are always going to be part of our economy. So this type of unemployment is not terribly costly to society. It's just we just have to find the right job for us. Okay? So the next type of unemployment we have is called structural unemployment. So that's going to be a mismatch between the skills that the employees have and what the employers need. So this also is always going to exist. So as technology changes, we're going to see structural unemployment. So let's say you were the person that stood and filled up the beverage containers at McDonald's, and now there's a machine that does that for you. You might be structurally unemployed because a machine now can do what you were doing. Okay, if you say, for example, your job was to read MRIs, well, sometimes we now outsource that to other countries. So because you don't live in that country where it's being done, you could be considered structurally unemployed. Okay, so it's you've got these skills and the employer needs these skills. Those don't match that structural unemployment. That's a little bit more costly to society. It's still going to always exist, but because now these people are going to have to be retrained, so we're going to have to put some sort of resources into those people to get them to be able to be employed in some field where employers need that type of employee. So frictional and structural always going to exist in an economy. But the last type that we want to talk about is cyclical unemployment, and that's caused by a downturn in the economy. So if we have a recession, that's when real GDP is falling. Okay, so when we had COVID and all those businesses shut down, we had cyclical unemployment because there was a lot of people that didn't have jobs because the economy was not producing as much stuff. So cyclical unemployment doesn't always exist. It only exists when we have a downturn in the economy or what we call a recession.